Welcome back to the Odryssian Kingdom campaign. Let's go ahead and get right back into it. So let's see, in terms of fixing these armies, what exactly do I need to do? We've got plenty of Parthians close by, and all of Galatia, and another Parthian army. So, instead of recruiting... Wait a minute, what the... How do I have 5,000 warriors available here? Didn't I just take this at the end of the last episode? What the hell? Alright, well, I can accept that. Candy's Conquerors needs the extra movement range. Okay, Blund's bandits are pretty heavily damaged. So I'm going to go ahead and merge out this unit of swords. And hire in some mercenaries. I'm going to throw the cavalry. Well, actually, tell you what I'll do here, instead of hiring mercenaries for that army, I'm going to recruit soldiers. We can just replace our swords with more swords. That should be fine.
Ready for battle.
Now, I would like to keep the veterancy of these units. So instead of merging them out, I'll just let them replenish. That has the potential to cause problems if they attack me, but I don't think Parthia has the range to attack just yet. Now, Galatia does have the range to attack, but I don't think they have the numbers to do it. So I don't think they'll even try. That being said, I'm still going to hire a couple of mercenaries just to give me some extra infantry in the city if they do counterattack. Now, let's go ahead and start converting these buildings. I really should have just dismantled everything here. Or I should have razed the place or looted it or something, but yeah, oh well. Alright, now who else needed to do anything? The followers of Cotus. Looking at things now, I will need extra forces over there eventually. So yeah, let's go ahead and maintain that movement pattern. Bendy's chosen, don't really matter. The raiders don't matter too much as long as they don't get overtaken by Egypt. Alright, so our Eastern Front should be fine. I believe the Western Front was managed earlier in the last episode, and we should just end this turn now. Oh, not quite. Make sure we're not attacking the port, we're attacking the city. And I feel like fighting this one. But let's see real quick. So we got 1 unit of cavalry, 2 javelins, and the rest are hoplites. I don't know. I don't remember if the Libyan spears are hoplites now that I think about it. But in a frontal engagement, we're actually not going to do quite as well, but let's go for it anyway. Now, I'm going to try harder to actually make this episode be around an hour this time, instead of letting it drag on for as long as a couple have recently. I don't know if they've even been posted yet, now that I think about it. I think one of them has, but the second one hasn't. So I haven't gotten any feedback on whether you guys care that the episodes were extra long. But in anticipation of your feedback, I'm still going to try and get back to the regular 1 hour length. Okay, now since it's hoplites, we do need to break through somewhere. Let's just have these guys hang out over here and we'll see what happens.
Heavy cavalry! Aye! Odryssians! Battle ready and eager!
Now I would expect the AI to not charge out at me until their fleets have landed, or until their ships have landed. Because I think that's generally what the AI will do, is if they're going to charge out at you, they will wait until all of their boats have landed first. But I don't know if all of their boats are going to land.
You have our spears! Warriors, move ready and waiting! At the double! Missile warriors!
Let's go ahead and shoot the cavalry. Just because that's one less thing for us to have to deal with. We don't have any anti-cav over here, so it would just take us a little bit longer to deal with them with our swords. So I think I'd rather just shoot them to death. Plus, I don't think shooting into the hoplites is going to be particularly effective. Okay, now over here, normally I would like to hit the lighter unit with the javelins, because you can get more casualties right off the bat. But in this case, I think I have an opportunity to get a lot of javelins into the sides of a hoplite unit. So we're going to go for them instead. Okay, they turned just in time to catch a lot of it.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
And then they turned just in time to get hit by the rest of it, which is a little weird. Okay, now these guys I want to snake past. These guys can take the straight-on engagement. These guys can sneak past. Archers need to be on guard mode. Okay, we've dealt with one unit. I'm not going to shoot into the heavy melee infantry just yet. We have an opportunity for a side shot there, so we're going to take it. Did I even give an attack order there? I'm not sure I did. Okay, let's just ignore the javelin fire for now. Yeah, it's gonna hurt, but we can break through here quickly. I think that'll save more lives than being cautious will. Okay, let's move back. Let's go ahead and make sure these guys are all on fire at will.
Spears! We hunger for blood and battle! Race and cavalry! Odryssian Royal Cavalry.
Because that should really help get these guys off the field quickly.
Ready for battle.
Movement! Warriors, move out!
Odryssian Royal Heavy Cavalry.
One of our
Okay.
units has used all its
They
ammunition.
can throw javelins, we can return the favor.
Odryssian warriors.
Movement!
Except we can do it way more effectively than them. Just because we have so many javelins.
One of
Okay,
our
let's try and
units has used all
reform a
its
little bit
ammunition.
here before they get into us. I know it's meant a couple of our guys won't get to use their ammo, but I wanted to spread out a little bit more before the engagement really got started.
Warriors, move out. Odryssian warriors ready.
Run! Castle!
Odryssian warrior.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Have no fear. Battle ready.
Okay, that's one dealt with. We took some extra missile fire out here because I wasn't paying enough attention with my micro. We're not getting our charge bonuses over
One
here.
of our units has used all its ammunition.
Odryssian warriors.
Don't want to charge through that. It's going to be a messy engagement.
Swords.
Let's rotate. Actually, the archers already have range, so let's just get them in on that. Move the general over here. Okay, we've worked through that issue. Okay, these guys can pull back away from the hoplites a little bit.
Our general is under attack.
It's fine. He'll be okay. He's a big boy. Okay, you guys get here. Cavalry, you really should be doing a better job than this against these little crummy skirmishers. I guess you probably didn't get a very good charge because you're charging through a city, but still. Okay, we'll send the Italians in first.
Scrappers.
Okay, while that phalanx is broken up, we want to charge it.
Quick march. Orders. Warriors ready. Mounted missile warriors.
And its flank should be exposed, so we can shoot that as well. Okay, these guys are getting hit from two sides, which is bad, but we'll be okay. See if we can maybe find an angle for the general to get through there. Bring the cavalry around, just help them get this unit off the field.
Spears. At your service. Fearless warriors.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Okay, my front line is all kinds of screwy right now. Not the end of the world. Not great, but not battle ending.
Italian swordsmen. Spears. Race in the warriors. Ready for battle. Swords. For glory.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Aim is true.
Okay. Everyone looks pretty good on the front. These guys have dealt with their target fairly easily.
Of Italia. Moving speed. Thracian warriors. Thracian warriors. Warriors. Thracian warriors. Thracian warriors.
Just pop that in there. I'm not expecting it to actually do much, but we'll put it in there anyway.
Italian swordsmen.
Okay, we should break them quite soon.
Thracian
Gotten through
warriors.
several of their units. We need to get through onto this
Melee warriors.
militia.
Men of Italia.
Yeah, these are the units we want to hit in the flank. You know what? We can even send some archers in there just to rough things up a little for us. For us. And now we basically just get to watch this one play out. They're holding it pretty impressively well. There we go. Melee infantry should hold out a little bit longer, but it's basically over. I'm actually going to make sure I've got attack orders, because they have more infantry here than I thought. Okay, bows can go ahead and get back out of there. Okay, these guys are actually doing quite a bit of damage to us. Let's go ahead and just pull these guys back off of the phalanx. No need to get hit in the front, or no need to hit that in the front. And if they want to turn and face me, they're just exposing their flank to a larger force. So that's okay with me. These little archers running in there with their daggers and tunics. Well, if I was their general, I would be proud of how long they lasted. Even though it was inevitable that they would fall. Most of my casualties, half of my casualties came from 2 units hitting phalanx in the front. Those 2 swords I pulled out at the end are the ones that took 100 casualties between the 2 of them, just about. So if I had caught that a little bit sooner and been a little bit more careful with my crow, I wouldn't have taken as many casualties. But it's not too big of a deal. It's not something we can't just replenish very, very quickly. Let's go ahead and loot. Because we're not going to advance any further into this territory. No, not repair. I want to dismantle and start fresh. We're not going to move any further into this territory yet. Okay. Now let's see here. What do I want to do with the rest of my nation? The Daco-Thracian Confederation. I'm getting close to being able to get rid of the usurpers. The Lusitani Confederation. Are they usurpers or is they just a confederation? I don't remember, but we're getting close to being able to deal with them. And after that, life will be just that little bit easier over here. But we need to go back and deal with this. So let's go ahead and drop into the settlement. We'll bring these guys over actually this way to head them off if they try and go through to Numantia. Numantia. I don't know how to say that. Okay, they're far enough away that we could actually attack Ibora right now. We unfortunately can't cheese it a little bit and attack through this zone of control. So let's just go ahead and keep raiding over there.
Ready for battle.
We just barely don't have the range to chase them. Would I want to take that fight with Grumpy's Guard? Just one-on-one? Honestly, probably not. No, I could probably do that one-on-one and come out without too many casualties. It's just a lot of cavalry to deal with.
Ready for battle.
Because the other thing I'm considering doing is attacking Ibora. And my option there is I can either sack it and then just go back to Kartuba, or I can take it and just see what this army does. What I'm actually going to do over here is stay within range of being reinforced by the garrison, but I'm going to come out here and fortify just because the arrow towers will help get a little bit of extra damage on them if they choose to attack me here. Another option is I could just chase right up behind them and force an engagement somewhere. I don't want Grumpy's Guard to take too many casualties because I need them for this battle here. I need them to be healthy because the hoplites will do a little bit better than the pikes will in that battle, I think. I'm not really a fan of any of these options right now. So we'll go with the campaign map movement range for the accompanying general. And that actually gives us guaranteed enough range to catch them, so screw it, let's get in there.
Attack!
If they retreat, good. I don't think they will. Seven units of cav, 2 elephants. Basically no missiles. The concern here is how do I protect my artillery effectively? Because I have all of the artillery and the 4 units of archers. My cavalry will easily get outmatched by theirs. Their infantry doesn't stand half a chance. I mean, their hoplites will do okay, but they're not gonna win the day. I mean, I'm not expecting to need or to have time to recover from any fatigue. We're also going to find out here if it's worth shooting at elephants with ballista. We're going to find out if it's worth it. We have the range. We can actually afford to move back, which is good. We could go even farther than that, so let's do it. We want to be shooting them for as long as possible, since a massive part of our advantage is our artillery. Okay, I'm going to go with a really small front line here. small, dense, elite hoplites get to hold the front. I'm going to put 2 hoplites on this side. I'm kind of going to box up because I already know they're going to be forced into me by the artillery. So all I need to do is protect my archers and my artillery. You see, this is where things get dangerous because we just don't have a lot of units to do that with.
We will pierce their hearts.
And I can't set archers up right in front of this because it'll just shoot them in the back. So let's go like that. We'll go ahead and put them on fire at will. I'm not too concerned about how they use their ammo. We'll let these guys cheat to the left a bit, hold the general in the center. The remainder of the cav on this side, but we're going to hide them. I mean, they won't stay hidden very long. Nah, it's not even worth it, I don't think. Alright, let's start.
You great warriors know I do not speak fancy speeches. My talking is done on the battlefield. There, I shall sing like a bard and tear this enemy apart. I ask you to follow me once more.
Right, so that looked like a pretty direct hit on that elephant, and it didn't kill it. But it may not have been a perfect direct hit. I would be better off using this on cavalry. Does it have the range? Okay, let's hit the cavalry. Actually going to take it off of fire at will as well. Go ahead and tell one of these guys to hit the Carthaginian Sacred Band, just because their phalanx infantry is the only thing that really has a chance against my infantry. You know what? Yeah, I'll just put the artillery on their hoplites because the elephants aren't going to do amazing against the hoplites. They'll get some kills, they'll do some damage, but they're not going to be like devastating the line. Okay, lost sight of that one, so let's change targets. We haven't hit ourselves in the back yet. Okay, the archers are opening up. Let's go for a little bit of a general snipe here. Is that Hamilcar Barca? I'm so good I can read, check that out. Okay, just eat the missile fire out there, not a big deal.
One of our units has used all
Oh,
its
we actually
ammunition.
got the elephants to rampage back into their line. So we potentially just did a huge amount of damage to them. Come back this way, actually. I don't think they got a particularly good charge there. Okay, you guys are all on guard mode.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Start hitting the cavalry. Artillery, you can go ahead and stop for now. There's just not anything really effective for you to shoot. Okay, now here's where things get ugly. I'm gonna need more on this side, I think. Okay, let's go ahead and tell the Scorpion to change targets to here. We'll tell the archers... Nah, I don't know. Yeah, go ahead and shoot that. Okay, they have run one unit of cavalry right behind me and gotten into the artillery, but that's kind of okay because we had the infantry there to help. I'm going to chase them down with my general. These guys I'm just going to keep in place for now. Okay, hoplites will do okay. I mean, they're gonna take some casualties, but they'll be okay. Okay, you change targets. You two change targets. You two shoot into these light guys. Because they will start to get the flank of my... what's it called?
Our general is under attack.
They will start to get into the flank of my hoplites eventually. My cavalry should be losing this engagement pretty badly. The infantry should be helping quite a bit though, because these guys are really good against cavalry. Okay, the front line is still holding. Artillery, you just go ahead and stop. You don't have anything you could effectively shoot right now. We have reserves available. Let's come out of phalanx over here and just attack. I have war cry. I want to use war cry, but I need that unit of cavalry off the field first. So, okay, they're shattered. Come off of fire at will and get back over here. Now that they're shattered, it means we can start moving guys around the flanks. Archers, all of you shoot into that unit. Actually, pull back a little bit. Okay, their cavalry is essentially dealt with, so we can start to be a little bit more loose with the artillery. Okay, archers, you've fallen back a little bit. Shoot those light units. You guys, can you sneak through here? Let's get the general right up on the line. We don't need the second wind. I actually don't want the second wind because it'll make my guys exhausted by the time it's over. Okay, we're around the flank there. I'm getting ready to shoot into that unit. You know what? I'm just going to give the attack order
The enemy
now.
general is dead.
That'll help send them off the field. Let's go ahead and form up a little bit more clean. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Okay, all of you guys have now dealt with your targets. You lot keep running around the back. You guys just go have a rest. That's okay. You've done your work. Archers, shoot into this exposed phalanx. Thracian warriors, go over there. Okay, front line's holding. Some of the units are getting pretty damaged, especially these guys, but they are holding. Okay, get in there, boys. Okay, we're around the flank over here, so let's charge in. You guys should have an active attack order. Let's make sure they have one as well. Start to give attack orders across the front. Just because hoplites do better when they're actually fighting instead of just sitting there defending. Okay, you guys come up here, come out of fire at will. These guys are already out of fire at will. I said I wanted to use war cry and then I didn't even get my general up here in time to do it. Whoops. Alright, well, there it is. I'm gonna go ahead and chase down what I can. I don't care too much about catching most of this, but if I can, I may as well. No need for the infantry to give chase.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Are there any more big old clumps we can target? Kind of, and that's a good
One of our
unit to
units
get.
has used all its ammunition.
Because it's their phalanx, their sacred band. Alright. Not great micro because I think this cav unit didn't get a charge. They just got charged and that's why they fought so poorly. But, you know. Grumpy's Guard doesn't mess around. Hoplites not getting a ton of kills, but they tanked a lot of damage, and that's basically what we always need hoplites to do, is just tank. They prevented the elephants from accomplishing a lot. The elephants actually got a ton of kills for us. Nearly 40. So I'd say that's pretty good. I did get some friendly fire. Nothing too crazy though. Alright. Now we don't have enough to chase them over with Grumpy's Guard, but these guys can finish the job. And now I'm wishing I hadn't changed direction with all of these Greeks up here, because now they have wasted an entire turn's worth of movement. Well, it'll take them 4 or 5 turns with winter to get down here, so it's not too bad. And Grumpy's Guard is back in our land, so they can get some free replenishment. Hell yeah. It does leave Kartuba undefended, but I don't think Carthage has any armies down here. Even if they do, at this point I can't do anything about it. Now the spear build needs to get back down to Massia. These guys need to just get... Actually, with how many swords I have, they might be more useful than Funky's fieldmen there. So maybe what I'll do is I'll lay siege, I'll move Funky's fieldmen to take Ebora, and then I'll use these swords to help out. Would it be faster for them to go the other direction? Of course it would. I'll move them with Grumpy's Guard, though, because that's who I expect will be doing the siege. They are the ones, the artillery, after all. Alright, anyway, enough talking to myself. Let's check our loyalty. It's still not great. We're starting to get some more people ready for marriage now. This dude could do with some influence, so we'll send him off to gain it. I mean, it's only 2 gravitas, but gravitas. It's only 2 influence. That's why I say influences. I don't actually know how to pronounce the word that the game uses. But whatever. Throwing money at the problem only gives him 2, but it gives him something, and it gives us the loyalty bonus that we need, so... Right. Now, I can't use a political marriage on either of the political parties that I need it for, so there's no sense in even considering that. Instead, I will just continue building up my family, and we can end the... Well, let me just do a quick scroll through on this. I believe we can end the turn. Okay, the raiders do have something. General... Oh yeah, we were going to make these guys just super tanky with morale. Alright, let's move on to the next one.
While the spirits
Still
of our
don't need
ancestors-
anything with you guys. I should probably start recruiting some naval units, because it's going to take a long time to recruit 60 naval units. And that is one of my military victory conditions. Of course, I guess I don't even necessarily feel like I need to get the military victory conditions, because at this point in the campaign, victory isn't quite a certain thing, but it would be kind of difficult for me to lose. Because I've got Carthage on the run, and everyone out east is kind of being a little hesitant with me. What kind of replenishment did we get? Right back up to full strength. That's what I like to see. Alright, well, it looks like Grumpy's Guard is going in against Evora. Whatever. Since I am enjoying using Grumpy's Guard and I don't want the artillery to randomly get killed, I'm going to fight this one as well. So again, it's not a super fun to watch battle, I don't think, but whatever. I don't want the auto-resolve to randomly decide my artillery is my frontline melee troop, because it seems to do that a lot to me. I'm starting to think that Grumpy's Guard would actually do better with an infantry general. Now that we're at a point where he can basically always fight with a reinforcing army, I don't necessarily need that extra unit of cap to protect my flanks anymore. Not going to bother replacing him though. There's no point. It's not going to provide enough of an advantage for it to be worth doing. Now this is an unfortunate settlement because no matter what you do, you have to fight uphill. And it just means the line of sight does silly things. So I can't use... Big ol' yawn. So I can't use my artillery quite as effectively as I would like. I always take them off of fire at will. I really don't need to do that. Okay.
Warriors eager for blood. I'm getting sick of these speeches. You know what to do. You know what I expect. And I know you will not let me down. Once more, my friends, I ask you for the honor of fighting with you. Warriors, move out! Thracian warriors! Skirmishers, ready! Warriors, ready!
Okay, there goes the artillery. I'm gonna go ahead and just tell these guys to shoot there because that's where I expect the AI is going to charge out from. These guys I'm gonna go ahead and have shoot into that. Now that they are firing, they don't need to be on fire at will. Let's go ahead and make sure we are in phalanx. Now I need to watch a little bit closer with the cavalry because I don't want to screw up and get charged somewhere that I'm not ready for it. Okay, you can go ahead and have some actual attack orders now, artillery.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Take aim!
Let's shift targets. I'm not going to commit too heavily to that. Okay, you need to stop. If they're going to come in close like that, you need to stop shooting.
Our general is under attack.
Understood. Ready and waiting.
Try and keep the artillery shooting at more distant targets just to help prevent friendly fire. Okay, if their cav is going to retreat, so are we.
We hunger for blood and battle.
Still shooting over my guys' heads with the Scorpion. But I'd like to shoot even farther over their heads. That formation got a little bit messed up, but okay, I am going to start committing to this a little bit heavier now. Archers, your turn.
Skirmishers! Ready for battle!
Okay, artillery, all of you need a new target, just to make sure we're not getting friendly fire.
Move!
Now that all the cavalry is gone, we can go ahead and put our general on a skirmish mode and let him just do whatever he wants. Archers, go ahead and target their archers. You guys can spread your shots out a little bit more now. Okay, they want to engage here. That's fine with me. They're going really, really heavy on my left side, so I need to start moving my flank in quickly on the right. Still got plenty of ammo on the artillery. I'm going to start collapsing my flank backwards a little bit, because I don't have any reserves over there. Go ahead and tell you guys to stop shooting for now.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Okay, archers. Deal with a new target now. Okay, they're not doing anything too crazy yet, so let's go ahead and try and get a little bit of a flank over there. Artillery, move over here. I don't know if it's worth doing. Okay, generally, you're going to skirmish correctly, or are you going to sit there and take it? You're going to sit there and take it. Alright, come out of skirmish mode and just move. I want the general to go over here and start using his war cry. Okay, start getting aggressive with the hoplites. Archers, deal with your next target. Okay, starting to have problems back here. I don't want to get surrounded by a hoplite unit, just because it's difficult to escape from. Archers, I'm pretty confident that that's who you need to be shooting. Oh, it's my cavalry that's shooting
One of our
your target.
units is
Okay,
used
you guys come up here and help deal with this. General, go ahead and go out and around. He got shot up a little bit, but that's okay. Oh, you guys just come over here, come out of phalanx and get over here quickly. You You guys skirmish that unit.
Bow, horsemen! Spears! Ready! Odryssian warrior! Kill them all! Warriors eager for blood!
I'd like to get on the back of that.
Scorpion! Warriors eager for blood! Bloody move!
You guys can go ahead and exit your phalanx.
Bow, horsemen!
General, let's get a little war cry. I like going up against garrisons just because their morale is low, so war cry makes a bigger difference. Okay, archers, maybe one of you use some flaming shot. Start hitting some of these units. Okay, maybe you use some flaming shot there. Try and get a couple of extra kills with the artillery if we can, just for the sake of doing it. Let's get the general. Alright, good enough. Looks like we're actually on track to do well with our time limit for once. Man, look at these guys go. Sure is nice to be able to shoot missile units instead of heavily armored stuff like hoplites. Get a whole lot more kills out of these guys. This thing did quite well as well. These didn't do as much, but for me those are more designed for killing or taking down walls than they are actually getting lots and lots of kills, so I'm not concerned if they're not getting hundreds upon hundreds every time they fight. Alright, and that has kept Grumpy's Guard in good health. I'm not sure if DEI has split this up the way I think they did, but I'm just going to occupy this one.
Warriors all.
Okay. Should have looted, but that's okay. Need to get some food here now. Now we can send the spy over here to start getting ready for our assault into Africa. Let's get a little bit further over here and just clear that up. Now, Carthage does have enough naval power up here that they could go get behind me. That would be absolutely infuriating if they did. So let's just hope they don't. Grumpy's Guard shouldn't replenish, but I'm not going to be upset if they do. Tingus is going to be a bit of a battle, but that's obviously not for several turns. I'm hoping we can catch this fleet and kill it at the battle for Elisipo. I think I was saying Elispio or something else, but whatever. Actual pronunciation of these places isn't terribly important to me. Still not going to bother with that just because there's too many fleets nearby. Alright. Wait. Was that? Okay. So Parthia did move in. They did not attack. They're going to wish they had. Because I could attack this army, force these guys out of their fortified stance. And obviously we're not getting the replenishment now. Even though we definitely have enough population to replenish over here.
Ready for orders. Thirsty for battle.
start to get some money coming in and some food. And what the hell, we'll go with one of those, why not? Nah, we need 2 food buildings, and I don't think I can get 2 food buildings. I need to convert one of these. I'll worry about that later. Let's see here. Is that a fight I want to take right now? It kind of is. Except that's one against Parthia that I might actually not auto-resolve. And I'm not starting a manually resolved battle right now. It's not gonna happen.
The way is blocked.
Get out of the way, you fat bastard. One dude stopping 3,500. It's so dumb. Alright, anyway. Things look pretty good out here. No, go this way. I want you to go this way. We can always bounce the Fury back and forth between those 2 settlements. I would almost rather bring the Fury over here and put Bendy's Chosen over here. But since it's more ground to cover, I'd rather have a more highly qualified army cover it. I suspect there's no chance Egypt is going to attack Tyros. There's so many armies around here. Alright, well, let me do a quick check on loyalty. Okay, loyalty's gone into the negative here. What's causing it? Not really sure. Let's go ahead and send this guy to boost the public order in Thrake, because we're still having issues in Thrake. In some ways, it's actually kind of nice to have provinces that you can continuously send diplomats to. It's not nice to need to, but it's nice when you have the money and can handle it, because it's just a good way to get loyalty. But you know what, even with this completing, I don't think we're going to have high enough public order here. Whatever, we'll deal with that later. Okay, loyalty for them is managed for the time being. What is driving it so far down? These guys hate barbarians, they have thirst for power, so they're just generally speaking problematic. These guys have been slowly losing loyalty as their politicians just get old and die. Which, frankly, that's alright with me. Alright, who can we get married? This guy. Let's get him married and then end the turn and end the episode. Just kidding, we have a couple of skills to add. You. Actually, realistically, we could do with the public order here. I mean, public order's in the positive. We don't need public order here. We need cultural conversion is what we need. Who else had a skill? This dude. Hey, it's the Raiders again. Alright, now we'll end the turn. So anyway, we're definitely down to the end of this campaign here in just a couple of episodes, I think. So be on the lookout for the Pergamon campaign to start up. And between the couple of you guys that watch this regularly, decide what my first army name is going to be. Leave me some comments on what the army name ought to be. or if I should just stick with whatever the game generates. Because I could do that too.
We demand only a modest weight of coin. My master
Oh, I
always
was going to
looks
say, I thought
kindly
for a
on
minute
generosity.
they were asking me to join the war against Carthage. But I was like, I literally just fought Carthage last turn, didn't I? Yeah, I was just reading backwards. That is the exact kind of engagement we want for Funky's Field, men. It's a lot of javelins to deal with, though. You know what? I think I'm going to take this engagement. I don't know. We'll see. We'll get to the next episode and we'll see whether I take this or not. But anyway, for now, you guys have a good one, and we'll see you next time.